bolt and really basic shapes here. His head is a soft square, and then his body, if you look at where the body starts to the head, it's about here, and his little body is short. I kind of drew that too big. Even shorter than that. It's almost like he's got his head and then the body, if that makes sense. And then we've got his little legs, and I'm just going to reference where I think right now the legs go, and then this tail. And the tail doesn't go higher than the ears, but it does go about the height of the head. So I will, at this point, if I like the proportions so far, kind of sketch in these ears. Really pay attention to your negative space distance in between objects, and that will help the proportions with this. Okay, so I'm going to go into the body before I do the head. The chest rounds a little bit, and then these feet are just, I love when cartoonists make it easy, right? So it's just this really soft triangle shape, and then from the chest to the back it curves up a bit. And then I really want you to pay attention to this negative space. He's got the leg kind of curves in here and then triangles, but because they're back, this is the front leg, right? Because this one's behind, it's a little bit shorter. If you've noticed, this one comes down just slightly longer. And then this back leg, we've got this top of the leg, and this comes back. And then the cute little bum just kind of angles in. And then I want to really check, does this seem correct? No, I'm kind of tilting downwards, and his doesn't, so I'm going to adjust that. I'm erasing lines I don't need anymore. And then let's go to the tail. The tail starts about here on the back. Again, it's not going to go higher than the head. Okay, close enough. Then I want to look at any details I might have missed real quick. Is it perfect? It never is, but I feel like it's close, so I'm going to move on to the head. I just want to get the shape of the head correct before I do the eyes and the nose detail. So I'm going to look at this rounded forehead that's so sweet, and then this part has like this little reference to either a jaw or a cheek, and that seems a little big. We'll fix that. And then about here we have we have the collar, so we need to take into account how thick this collar area is. But we've got this little base of his neck, it seems, and then the nose should be about here-ish. Let's see. Yeah. And then that does a nice soft curve down and in. And I feel like my angle might need to dip a little bit more. Okay, that I feel more comfortable with. Okay, then I do want to put in where his nose is, because that's going to help me with my proportions. So the nose is big. A lot of times when you have a cartoon or an animated character, something's out of proportion or exaggerated on purpose, so the nose is very big. And this might be, it almost seems like it would be a puppy, don't you think? A little puppy bolt. And then the eyes are just ovals. They're not too huge, but I do want to curve, like the eyes are on a curve. It's not straight across up here, but they're close to the same size. This one's slightly smaller. And then if you'll notice, we do have a little bit of a highlight over here and down here, up here and down here. And then before I shade that in, I want to check this shape. That seems wrong. And then on the ears, they curve, they go straight down. If you feel good, you can start sketching now. This one comes down. Again, I'm looking at that negative space in between, and I feel okay about that. And reference the inside curve of the ear, and I'm not going to worry about shading, but I do want to shade in, oh, we've got this dog collar here we can't forget about. I do want to shade in the eyes. I'm going to go in and darken up my lines now. I feel good about how they look. I like to sketch light, but always in the end make those stronger. Tends to help the drawing look a little better. If you noticed, I've kind of drug my hand through and I have some smudges. I can clean those up too. And then you'll be done. Because the collar is, it's almost like he's got a goiter. Let me fix that. Because the collar is under, it's like it's a little bit lighter here, darker shading here. I like that. Same with the nose. I've kind of shaded it. Gets a little lighter over here. Oh my goodness, guess what we almost forgot? Who is this? This is Bolt. We can't forget his little Bolt. Okay, we're good.